we already had Donald Trump tell us that he's going to implement tariffs on different countries, and we've had economic experts tell us the effects of how that is going to affect me. It's going to affect you. It's going to affect all of us. But we also had Donald Trump tell us that Project 25, Project 2025, I know nothing about it. I have no idea what you're talking about. Project 2025, I heard a little bit about it. I heard people talking about it. It's not really for me. Well, it is pretty interesting, a lot of the people that he's starting to name to his administration. And it's starting to make me wonder that maybe he did know a little bit about Project 2025. In fact, there are a lot of people warning you that it doesn't matter what he says, because that's what Donald Trump does. He is going to pretend like he doesn't know anything about it. And then when he gets into office, this is what the plan is. And Project 2025 coming to fruition at this point is absolute possibility, because they control the House, they control the Senate, and they control the presidency. Good news is we do have some Republican senators that do not seem to be on board with everything that Donald Trump is talking about, which is good, but we're going to see how that works out. But let's go over some of the cabinet picks for Donald Trump. This is from Axios. President-elect Trump contended he knew nothing about Project 2025, but several of his cabinet picks certainly do. Trump has plucked a number of officials straight from the pages of the 900-page Heritage Foundation-backed blueprint, which laid out plans to dramatically expand exclusive power and implement hardline conservative policies. Most recently, Trump nominated Russ Vought. That's a name that I heard of. Maybe some of you have, maybe you haven't, but he's an architect of Project 2025 to return as director of the Office of Management and Budget. Vought is one of the roughly 140 members of the first Trump administration who were involved in Project 2025 per CNN's tally. He was at least the fifth Project 2025 contributor Trump has picked for the job. This is Donald Trump. When he was asked about it at some point, he said, "I have no idea who's behind it." He wrote this in a Truth Social post. "I disagree with some of the things they are saying, and some of the things they are saying are absolutely ridiculous and abysmal. Anything they do, I wish them luck, but I have nothing to do with them." The reason why he did this is because people on the left and people who had concerns about Project 2025 were really starting to get the word out. And when the word came out, it proved to be very, very unpopular. And as it started to prove to be unpopular, Donald Trump obviously had to separate himself from it. But as we all know, or anybody that's followed Donald Trump for long enough knows, that he doesn't care. He doesn't care about telling you, "I don't know about it," and then later going back on his word, because he knows what will happen. He knows there's going to be people that will scream and yell, and he knows they can't do anything about it. He also knows the other people will celebrate with him, even if they were to say in the beginning, "I disagree with Project 2025. That's ridiculous." In fact, I heard a lot of people on the right say, "He's never implemented it. I know why you guys keep bringing it up. He said he doesn't know anything about it," which means you're partially defending the fact that you didn't think Project 2025 was a good idea either, because Donald Trump was saying it, so you were backing up Donald Trump. But now, if any part of Project 2025 or all of it gets implemented, guarantee none of you will say, "This is fucked up. That wasn't right." Y'all get on board, just like we've seen over and over and over again. I don't know how many times we got to see this story play out. We've seen it play a million times. But that's exactly what's going to happen. But let's go over some of the people. We already mentioned Russ Vought, Brandon Carr. He's going to be the FCC chief. He is currently the senior Republican on the Federal Communications Commission, and Trump picked to lead it, outlined his plan to challenge big tech in the FCC chapter of Project 2025. In his section, he called for the FCC to issue an interpretation of Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act to eliminate expansive non-textual immunities that courts have read into the statute. Section 230 protects online platforms, for example, Facebook or YouTube. I don't know why am I have such a hard time talking tonight. From liability over content posted by their users, which basically means you can say whatever the hell you want. Carr also lays out proposals to expand broadband connectivity access addresses, addresses TikTok's serious and unacceptable risk, and support emerging satellite technologies, among other goals. Tom Homan, you've probably already heard of him. He is the immigration czar. He, along with John Ratcliffe and Peter Hoekstra, is listed among the dozens of Project 2025 contributors who aided in development and writing. John Ratcliffe, like I said, he's another one. And then Stephen Miller, you probably are aware of Stephen Miller if you don't know him. He's batshit crazy and out of his mind, but he's a longtime member of Trump Inner Circle and founder of the MAGA-aligned America First Legal, is slated to take on an expanded role in the Trump White House. We mentioned Representative Hoekstra. He's formerly Trump's ambassador to Netherlands, is Trump's pick for ambassador to Canada, and is listed as a Project 2025 contributor. So there are plenty of people that were on Project 2025 that are part of the administration now. So it's going to be interesting to see if how much of Project 2025 is implemented into this new administration. It's also going to be interesting to see just how much the people who voted for Donald Trump, how much are they going to love this? How much of it is going to be something that they cheer on and root for? So we're going to see how this plays out. The next 4 years are going to be extremely interesting.